Alright, so here we have one of the first steps in the kombucha brewing process. We have to make the sweet tea. The sweet tea is what the SCOBY or culture is going to ferment. So that's basically the food for the tea. So what I like to do is we start it off. I like to use green and black tea. You can use pretty much any combination of teas. There's oolong tea, white tea. Different people like different combinations. I found half black and half green to be a really simple mixture of teas that turns out that tastes pretty good. I get organic teas, so you can kind of see what I'm using here. And I end up doing, for my sweet tea, I do about, you see over here, about 3/4 of a gallon at a time. The general rule is to put 8 tea bags per gallon. So I'm doing about 3/4 of a gallon, so that translates to 6 tea bags. So here I have 6 green tea bags, or 3 green tea bags, I'm sorry, and 3 black tea bags. And then I have sugar. The general rule for sugar is for every gallon of water, every gallon of sweet tea, you use 1 cup of sugar. Since I'm doing 3/4, I do about 6 ounces of sugar, so you see the measuring cup here. So first I'll put the sugar in first before it's boiling. Then I'll put the tea in. The water's pretty hot. It's just below boiling. I don't like to boil the water all the way. So what I'll do is I'll put the sugar in now, like this. Okay, we have that in. Then it's hot. I'll stir this water up a little bit, get the sugar all stirred up throughout. And then I'll put my tea in. And there we go, I'll turn it off. I'll let this steep for about between 5 and 10 minutes. It's worked pretty good for me so far. The rule is green tea you steep a little bit less. You could try to steep it less if you want less caffeine, but you need to steep it at least for probably at least a couple minutes to get enough nutrients for the SCOBY to ferment and eat. So I always use organic cane sugar. Here's a big bag from Costco. This was the cheapest way to get enough sugar to make it. Just pretty much it. Important thing, I have this. I do not want to use the sweet tea until it's cooled to about room temperature, so it'll probably take like 4 to 8 hours to cool. So I'll let this sit for a while before I start using it. Alright.